Hey, Shabbat Shalom Mishpacha. Welcome to another edition of the Brit Chadasha Connections. This is installment number 4, Vayera, which means that and he appeared. And it's taken from Luke chapter 17, verses 26 through 37. Now let me read to you Genesis 19:15 to start off. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, take thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed. That word consumed can also mean and translated as taken. Lest ye be taken in the iniquity of the city. Have you ever been taken? You know, we use that word in different ways in the English language, and it's almost always a negative thing. It's a bad thing. Like if somebody dies in the prime of life, you know, maybe as a teenager or in their 20s, we say, man, they went before their time. They were taken before their time. Or maybe you buy something from a street vendor and you're walking down the street and you say, man, this watch isn't a Rolex. It says Molex. Man, I got taken. You know, so taken is a bad thing. So let's just go on to Luke chapter 17, verses 29 through 37. It says, But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. I tell you that in that night, there's a hint of the return. In that night there shall be 2 men in one bed. One shall be taken, and the other left. Okay, one shall be taken. This is not the pre-trib, Tim LaHaye, Jerry Jenkins thing. Taken is a bad thing. One will be taken. When you are taken, it means that you are taken in violence, by force, that you are taken by death. Okay, and the other shall be left behind. So the left behind is a good thing. Who was left behind after Lot's wife turned back and looked at Sodom and Gomorrah and the fire and brimstone? She was turned into a pillar of salt. She died. She turned into a column of salt. She was taken from this world, taken from Lot and her daughters. Who was left behind? Lot and his daughters. They survived. They were kept safe. They were protected. You know, just like Noah in the flood. Who was taken? The whole sinful world. Who was left behind? Only 8 people. Noah, his wife, and his sons. You know, and their wives. So being left behind is a good thing. Okay, it says 2 women shall be grinding together. One shall be taken, bad thing. And the other shall be left, good thing. 2 men shall be in a field. One shall be taken, bad thing, and the other shall be left, good thing. And they answered and said to him, Where, Lord? And he said unto them, Wheresoever the body is, whither will the eagles be gathered together? So, you know, I'm sorry, Tim LaHaye, Jerry Jenkins, you know, I don't want to be taken in your fictitious fairy tale. I would rather be left behind. So, let me just recap for you my personal thoughts and beliefs on, on eschatology, and I've already mentioned this in my eschatological videos, but let me just, recap here. It says, I want to say that I do not believe nor adhere to in any way the pre-tribulationist or dispensational view of the end times. The Left Behind books and movies are nothing but a bunch of fairy tales and poor entertainment at that. Pre-tribulationism is a heretical view, a little older than 100 years old, and is chock full of contradictions and replacement theology. Since this view is so young, a little over 100 years old, it in no way could ever be the view of the first century believers, the Netzari Jews. It has no roots in Judaism, didn't even exist in Christianity until the 19th century. Its main views are totally contradictory to Judaism, period. Such views are that the Torah is not for the day, and that the church has replaced Israel, ludicrous stuff like that. I believe that many Christians will fall away when the rapture does not happen when they think it will, and they'll have to go through the tribulation. So, the rapture is a regathering of Israel to the land of Israel and the return of the Messiah, not this pre-trib rapture of the church. So let me read to you kind of what I have so far as the chronology of the end times. Now, I'm not saying that I have it all down pat or that I'm all correct. I don't have a monopoly on this. The jury is still out regarding a lot of details regarding the end times and eschatology, but this is what I have so far. Immediately after after the tribulation. Matthew 24:29, Mark 13:24, the Messiah will appear in the sky. Daniel 7:13 through 14, Matthew 24:29 through 31, 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 17. There will be a final shofar blast, a final trumpet. Revelation 8:2, 11:15, Matthew 24:31, Isaiah 27:13, 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 17, and 1 Corinthians 15:52. And there will be a resurrection. 1 Corinthians 15:50 through 55, 1 Thessalonians 4:16, Revelation 20:4 through 6, Isaiah 25:8, Hosea 13:14, and Ezekiel 37:1 through 14, and a gathering together to Messiah in the sky. Matthew 24:29 through 31, Mark 13:24 through 27, 2 Thessalonians 2:1, 1 Thessalonians 4:14 or 4:17. I'm sorry. This is followed by the Messiah coming with his set-apart ones. In other words, the rapture and the Battle of Armageddon happens all in one shot. Jude 1:14 through 15, which relates to the extra-biblical book 1 Enoch 1:9. And back in the Brit Chadasha, we have, as scripture references, 1 Thessalonians 3:13, Revelation 19:11 through 16, Zechariah 14, 4 through 5. After this, the 1,000-year reign of Messiah is established. Revelation 20:1 through 3, and verse 7. So, Netzarim Judaism holds to a style or a type of post-tribulation, pre-wrath type view of the end times. So that is the Brit Chadasha connections for this week. Thanks for watching. Tune in again next time. Shalom and Shavuot Tov Mishpocha. Bye-bye.